You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for July 14th through the 25th. Kane is accused and Lily is raging. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's dive right in. Monday, July 14th, Phyllis is bragging to Billy that she's had a couple of private conversations with Kane, and yet Billy has not scored a private audience. Phyllis absolutely rejects it when Billy suggests a partnership of the three of them. And he's also so annoyed with Phyllis that he tells Nick and Sharon that Phyllis knows what Kane is plotting and walks out after he drops that bombshell. Kane and Damian are drinking and chatting. Turns out the bottle of alcohol is drugged. Both guys get woozy, but Damian more so. Someone is watching them in the hedge maze. A dagger is thrown seemingly at Kane, but it winds up in Damian's back just as Phyllis walks up to this scene of violence that doesn't look good for Kane. At the end of Monday's episode, it's unclear if Damian's dead or alive, but he is definitely stabbed. We should know his fate on Tuesday unless there's some trickery afoot and some bait and switch action. Jermaine Rivers should be on Young and the Restless through February 2026. Because he is on contract. Those are in increments of a year. So we'll see how this goes. You know, Soaps likes to play tricks. Y&R is really bad for tricky editing and things like that with deaths and resurrections. Just bear that in mind. I'm a skeptic. I recommend you be one too. Before Phyllis spots Kane and Damian in their life and death situation, she's with Sharon and Nick, who are grilling her. Sharon tries to use their newfound bond to shake answers out of Phyllis, who doesn't like Sharon playing that card. Phyllis rants that Kane is willing to give her a chance and a job when no one else will. And Nick once again warns Phyllis that partnering with Kane will ruin her. Before he's stabbed, by the way, Damian and Lily hit the sheets, and she tells Kane she and Damian are an official couple, and Lily hopes that Kane can move on, and he says he will, but he just hopes Damian doesn't break Lily's heart. And then, you know, the whole Damian stabbing thing after that. So very bad timing. It looks dodgy for Kane. Lily and Amanda argue about whether or not Kane has changed, and Amanda again refuses to betray her boss and reveal his plans. Jack, Diane, and Phyllis are in the maze together briefly. They wonder if the walls of the maze were moved around by Kane's minions because they were navigating it fine before, and this time they are lost. Phyllis takes off on her own. Jack worries about his sisters, Tracy and Ashley, back home, and Diane is increasingly worried about Audra and Kyle and her son being the victim of something Audra's done. And of course, Jack remains insistent that Victor's up to something and is targeting their kid again, which is accurate. On Tuesday, July 15th, Lily's head is spinning. Of course it is. She just made love to her new guy, and then Damian is stabbed. Kane looks extremely guilty. It'd be super sad if Damian were dead right after Lily started falling for him and right after she fell in bed with him. Chance's investigation into this crime kicks off despite his lack of jurisdiction. Damian was stabbed, maybe killed. We'll see. Chance is going to question each of the party goers separately about where they were during the stabbing. And of course, Phyllis is the closest one to witnessing it other than the person that actually did the stabbing. Lily asks Chance if this is an official murder investigation. Everybody's in the room while he's talking to them, except for Nikki and Victor, Jack and Diane, Billy and Sally for some reason. Maybe he's dividing them into two groups or something to talk to. Abby demands to know if Chance is going to be interrogating them all, and Devon wonders if they are all suspects, and he may be asking because not everybody is in the room when Chance is talking to them. Nick comes up with a plan to escape Kane's chateau property. I wonder if he's going to try and hike out like Adam hiked in and out, and will Chance tell Nick that he cannot go. Wednesday, July 16th, Nick finds something that shocks him, and he and Phyllis face off. Nick wants her to stop stalling, and Phyllis wants to know what it was he saw that has him so worked up. Amanda is unsure of Kane's motives, and it may be about Damian, about this murder mystery, about him just coincidentally having Chance there when a crime was committed. And Devon figures something out. He may assume that Kane attacked Damian in a jealous rage over Lily, but Kane told Chance from the beginning that someone was trying to kill him and will likely say the attacker came at him and accidentally got Damian. You know that no one is going to believe that someone else was there that did this attack, because Kane and Damian were together when it happened. And of course, Phyllis walked up on it right after. So what she says could prove very problematic for Kane if she doesn't keep quiet, and she might. Thursday, July 17th, Chance gets some really damning info from Lily. She may tell Chance that Kane wants her back, that he was jealous, and he knew she and Damian got intimate, and then bam, he's stabbed right after Kane found out. It doesn't look good. And so also on Thursday, Kane gets defensive. I'm guessing everybody's going to think he stabbed Damian over Lily. I'm interested to see what Victor thinks, because he is on a mission to protect his family, their business, and their legacy from Kane. So they may be looking for anybody that can accuse Kane or bear witness to get him out of their hair and to stop what he's doing back in Genoa City. Friday, July 18th, Sharon wants to help Nick, so she is kind of going rogue. I wonder if she is going to try and help Nick escape after Chance tells everybody to stay put. Billy gets a painful lesson from his big brother, Jack. I wonder if he's going to tell Billy the deal is off. He's not going to waste money on Abbott.com for Sally to run when it was meant for Billy, and he can't seem to drop his Victor obsession. Audra goes too far with Kyle. Of course, we all want to know how far. Will they hit the sheets? Does the stress of the Damian attack and the murder mystery with Kane push them inappropriately closer? July 21st through the 25th, Sharon may do something shady to help Nick, but I do wonder if Phyllis is going to find out and bust them to either Chance or Kane just to be a petty Betty. Kyle and Audra should be racked with guilt over what they did. Even if they stop short of actually shagging, Kyle and Audra have been crossing lines ever since they got to France, and it's been getting worse by the day. Their partners aren't going to be happy with what they did once they get back home. Billy and Jack are on the outs, and this could make Billy more desperate to make an alliance with Kane to get Chancellor back out of Newman hands. And I wonder if Sally will stand by her man after all of this. Kane is in hot water in the matter of Damian's stabbing, and Lily is really struggling. This attack on Damian changes things for her and may amp up Lily's dislike of her ex-husband Kane. Claire's going to be suspicious when Kyle is back. Halden rushes to check things off Kane's to-do list. Chelsea and Adam try to figure out how to thwart Kane's plan and get in Halden's way. Diane suspects Audra got her claws into Kyle. And, by the way, Abby's not going to be seen back in Genoa City. Reportedly, these France scenes are the last for Melissa Ordway. For a while, she's back to recurring, and she said Y&R hasn't had her back since she shot these party scenes.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.